A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, the Wellness Center, Medical and Behavioral Health Clinics, Ticely Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, HOV Medical and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. Welcome to the big story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. Guests today, not just one but two, in the persons of Mr. Dean, the sportsman Greenaway, along with Miss Gloria Foy, who would have traveled all the way from Virgin Gorda to be here on the platform. I want to welcome you guys. Welcome you all, not guys, to the big
gender
story.
Equality.
Yes, gender equality. All right. Yeah, we are woman and you are man.
Thank you very much, Kathy, for having us.
Awesome. Whenever we see Dean and we hear his name, it always talks about sports, and this, of course, that's what we're here for. And to know that you're so enthusiastic about sports and you're a key part of what's happening right now. Dean, I want you to spill it out. Something massive is happening for the gender woman.
Well, we're having a women's football festival. We're having first Saturday, February 11th on Virgin Gorda, Saturday, February 25th on Tortola. What has happened is I became the football competitions manager on November 1st. And while I'm looking at competitions, I've been looking at what has and hasn't been happening with women. And I decided to turn my focus on helping to revive women. So what we first did is we had...
Revive women? Or are you reviving women in the sport?
Women's football. Okay. I gotta be careful with my words. But what we had before that, I was in Virgin Gorda at a road race where Gloria was part of at the college race, and we were talking, and I was telling her about the meeting and plans for football and whatnot, and she had ideas. Did she have ideas? And I was happy to hear that, because now that means you're gonna throw things at women. Let the women go. I'm just going to facilitate. So we held a meeting first with women on Virgin Gorda. Then we held a meeting on Tortola with women, trying to find out where they are, what the challenges are, and what can be done for the development of women. And among them, the activities is the formation or having a women's festival. Along the way, we looked at forming the Women's Committee, which was formed on January 15th. Unfortunately, the committee chair, Makeda Foy, she was supposed to be here with us, but because of a class, something at school, she's unable to join us. So what has happened now, we have the Women's Committee has persons from Virgin Gorda and Tortola on it. So there are people coordinating. So Gloria, Sophia, and I think it's Manley or not Manley. What's the other judge name? This guy
Coach Manley.
and Bascom, Coach Bascom.
Yes.
They have something going on Virgin Garden, and I better let her take it from here because this is more her. But what we are looking for is targeting women. On Saturdays, Coach Cass has a program on the field in Greenland. And her target is to get 100 women girls in football by December 31st. So what is going to happen now? Gloria started bringing down, I don't know how many it was when I first went, but all I know is each week I go back, I'm seeing more and more, which is to my delight because once you have the grassroots program, you are going to see more and more women involved. And my aim is to see a women's league run by women. Okay, my only role is to help facilitate it. This whole festival, I'm just facilitating. What I want to see presented, everybody presenting are women.
Okay.
Okay, you might have a few men because of positions, might have to say something.
Yes.
But women, because I think women need to have that chance to show what they are capable of.
Coming
to be able to do the thing.
Coming from the lips of a man.
No, I'm about inclusion, you know, and I like to give people the opportunity to do things. Things I've seen Gloria been doing, you know, I'm like, okay, then I don't have to do anything. I call Gloria, she said, give me a little bit, and then I get something. So, listen, let me hear what's going to happen for
before we get to the nitty-gritty of the festival, why you thought it was so necessary that, you know, we get this thing going for women, especially in the sport of football?
But first of all, I want to commend Dean for his involvement, his commitment, his determination to seeing this vision to fruition, because it's not like it's not been there before. And also the FA, the Football Association, for finally coming and backing us up and taking it seriously. For me, it's not just be into football, let's get women to play football. It is that women are always, we are the ones there behind the scenes, we're getting everything done. So just make sure we are a part of it, you know, not behind there just doing the work, put us on the field also, let people know that we're ready.
So it's like in the coaching and in the managing teams and different aspects.
And I was so proud last night. There were two young ladies who play in my football club, Avengers. They were actually, one of them was a fourth official, and the other one was on the line. So it's like where things are happening, and I'm so proud to see they're getting the opportunity. The FA is giving them the opportunity. They're taking it and they're going with it. And this is what I want them to do. We start from we're 5, we're on the 9, we're playing on the field, we get to play in high school, we play in nationals, and then we move on and we become the officials. You know, it's not after we finish playing, there's nothing else. You know, and it's not just for football. It's in all the sports. You know, there's a life after I can't play anymore. I don't want to play anymore, or let the younger ones take over. I can do something else. I can contribute. And that is something we have not been seeing in football. You know, we play, and after our playtime is done, we're no more. So now we're getting the opportunity to show that we can go on. There's a life after playing on the field. We can contribute. We can do so much more. And I am so proud of the young ladies for stepping forward, taking the opportunity that is finally being given to them and going with it. So that is very important, you know, and at a time when our young people, you know, we need to keep them engaged. We're at risk of losing our young people. They're going astray. And I think it's important that we keep them involved, keep them doing things that are constructive, contributing to the community, and not just contributing to the community, contributing to the longevity of their own lives, you know. You stay active. And for the festival that we have coming up, it's not just coming out there and playing football. We have nutritionists giving presentations. They're going to be able to have their blood sugar, their cholesterol, and all those numbers are going to be checked. And it's also about teaching them about responsibility. You're supposed to know these things. Your life is about these numbers, you know. And the other day I was getting them to complete the registration forms for in the afternoon program that the FA has, and the kids didn't even know. These are high school girls. They didn't know their blood type. They didn't even know. They didn't even have their NHI cards to say they could write their NHI numbers. So, and they're saying, well, I have to ask my mother. No, it's your responsibility to know these things, to have them somewhere, so that if anything happens to you, we can deal with it right away. We have the permission to deal with it. You cannot. You have to have a responsibility. So we're not just teaching them to play football. It's about life skills. You know, and
from what age you working with?
Well, Coach Manley, right now, he deals with the girls, the under 9 girls, and so of course I'm trying to get a young lady in there with him, because like we want to be in everything. We're not just coming in here at half stepping it. We're coming in all the way. So. And it is only right that if a little girl falls on and she's crying, hey, you have your male coach going she feels more comfortable with a female coach.
Yeah.
And that is what we want to see. That is our focus. This is our goal, as Dean said, to have the women involved in every aspect of the sport. You know, so, and that's what we're trying. The young ladies that I come along with on Saturday now, these are the high schoolers. And we have 21 of them every afternoon on Virgin Gorda.
Wow.
Yes. So, and they come down, the most we've had come down on a Saturday is 15, you know, religion or other reasons. So we have 15 that come down on the Saturdays, and they enjoy it. Cass is phenomenal. You know, Cass coached my daughters, and they're still involved in football. And I think that it goes a long way, and they always look up to her. And the girls who just started, they're just knowing Cass, and they're like, Miss, we like Coach Cass, you know. So it is important to have individuals like her leading this vision and at the forefront. Because you go back, my daughters are in their 20s, so Cass has been with them for like 15 years. Oh. Yes. And she's been coaching for longer, because, you know, they're older ones than them. So, yeah, so it's important. And she has, yes, you know her, but then how many people know how long she's been involved in football?
I try to remember if I know who is Coach.
That's what I'm saying. And she is one of the foundation coaches here in the BVI, but very few people can say, well, yes, Coach, we know her. You know, the kids know her, but we want to make sure all women are out there. We know all women. We have one of the few presidents of a football association in the Caribbean. A female came out of the BVI, Franca Pickering.
Yes.
Who knows that? You know, and Franca, Miss Pickering was one. She was the president when women football was revamped in the BVI. You know, but we need to make sure that we recognize these people. You know, why don't our young people know of them? You know, but women again. But everybody knows who Clarky is, you know, but why don't you know who Franca Pickering is, you know? Why don't you know the female footballers, you know? So we need to, women, we're no longer taking the back seat.
And we're seeing that the men are opening up the doors and opening up their arms to say, come do the thing.
Because they know they can't keep going forward without the women. They need us anyway, because we're always there doing the work, but people are not seeing us. So now we decided, listen, we're coming into every area, every aspect, and we're going to continue building, you know? So
one of the things really that struck me with football, last year I was covering the women's football with the CONCACAF qualifier. And a friend of mine called me from Anguilla telling me his daughter's coming into Tatola and she's going to be the match commissioner. And I'm like, a match commissioner? You know, and he was explaining. And then you see all the women referees. And I'm like, okay, but I've never heard of anybody from the BVI as a match commissioner. I've never seen women doing this. So when I got in the position, I started asking questions. And well, you hear that there are some people who have been exposed as match commissioners, but we want people to understand, and I think Gloria has this concept of football beyond the field, which is, she spoke about doing things outside of football, so it tied into the philosophy that I had. So I am looking at the aspects of how you can expose women to different things. As I said, the presentations, we want everybody. You are coming, Kathy. We want to see
on the camera.
No, because
Yeah.
the thing is, what happened is sometimes I go on the field with my camera and you see I'm back and back like lobster. They're shy. Okay, I want to change that because, as I told some of them, you might get a chance to represent the BVI. Somebody is going to ask you a question. What you going to do? Run?
Cameras.
Yes.
Cameras.
Yeah.
Big ones and aggressive ones.
Yeah, not
You're gonna
only
come.
that, but exposing them to communication, not just articulating in an interview, but communication with your teammates. You know, so bringing in presenters. What we are going to do at both festivals as well, we are bringing in Karine King. Karine King is one of our sprinters, or successful sprinters, who missed the Olympic Games qualifier by .02, but she's represented the BVI at the World Championships, so that they can hear from somebody who has been successful what it takes. She's a conference champion, this kind of thing. So the whole presentation is about women. What we are hoping to have on February 25th as well is the women's director at CONCACAF coming in. And I met her, and when I met her, I said, oh, it's great to meet Alexa. Her name is Alexa Fitzroy. So I go, I can't wait to introduce you to the BVI, and said, hey, you guys have been hearing about Alexa?
Here's Alexa.
I bet everybody,
Maybe that tune.
I bet everybody remember who she
Yes,
is.
yes.
But what I was trying, in the discussion, what we were trying to get across, and I told her why it's important to come to the BVI, is all logistics are different. We had,
Yes.
so leading up to this, we have had, okay, Gloria talked about the two girls that were running lines.
Yes.
We've had a women's, there's a coaching course going on which includes women. We had a club development course. We had a referees course. So there are some new people refereeing, and Siobhan Vanterpool is one of the first assistant referees from Virgin Gorda to run the lines in a men's game. Now that is significant because these opportunities weren't there before. So I see all of this tying in. So when you are selling to the festival now, you are able to say, hey, we want to see a women's league with women officials, run by women, doing things for women. Men don't know what go on with women. Men don't understand the emotions or whatever. Let the women be. So I think this festival is going to be different to any festival they have ever had because of the dimensions that are going to be incorporated with it.
So how can young girls and women get involved in the festival? What do they have to do
Speak to
in
Gloria
order
about
to
that,
participate?
Well, we have a registration form, and they just register. It's as
Okay,
easy
where
as
can
that.
they find that
And
registration form?
well, in Virgin Gorda, I've sent forms to some of the schools. Not some of them, but all of the schools have forms. And so this week I'll be collecting the forms. Individuals who are not in schools have been calling and they simply give us their names, their contacts, and they're registered. And we are accepting individuals on the day of the festival.
Okay.
Also,
so you can just walk in.
Yes, yes.
And on Tortola, they can register with me at, what my number is again? 340-3545 or the BVI Football Association office, or send a message via the BVI Football Association Facebook page. We want women. We want to see women in football, not just playing, but doing all the different things. Because at the festival, especially on Tortola, as I said, the women presenters, you are going to see areas that you might not think about as a career. And Gloria has been talking about football beyond the field. Again, exposing girls, especially the young girls, to careers and opportunities. So even if you never make a BVI football national team, but there are things you can do. I stopped running how long ago? Almost 30 years ago, but I'm still involved with sports. So Kathy is interviewing everybody. Why can't some of our young footballers do that? These are the opportunities you want to expose them to. And as Gloria said, it's not just about the game, but it's opportunities outside the game.
One of the things that, especially women would talk about too when it comes to sports and throwing their all into it is, how do I make money from this? Can I take this up as a lucrative career? Can I go beyond the shores of the Virgin Islands with this and be successful?
Coaching, people get paid to referee.
Good.
Put it this way.
Yes, they get paid good.
It's more money than you would have had. You get paid as match commissioner. Different
There
things
are
around
paid
there.
positions.
There are positions there are things that pay, but if you are not exposed to it, So again, I'm looking at the exposure, getting women to understand that hey, it isn't just the playing alone. You can be an athletic trainer. All of these are jobs that pay, but you can be doing your stuff,
Do other stuff,
and then on the side,
you gotta go full.
Yeah. And who can do it a few extra dollars?
All right, we hear you.
Okay.
The good thing about it is that you get FIFA certification.
Yes.
Once you complete the courses, you become certified, and it's not just recognized in the BVI in the Caribbean. This is worldwide. So you'll be able to go anywhere else in the world with your certificate and be able to apply for a job as a coach, apply to be a referee. As long as you get that certification and the FA is offering it, it is there for you. So this is very important. He mentioned Siobhan Vanterpool. There's been Laura Pompey. She has been doing the referee for quite a while now, and she was a player, and so that is really commendable of her. She stayed in the game. We have also Shandy Watley, who did the game also with Siobhan. So we have these women.
And Shandy's a national player.
Yes, exactly. And so they are stepping up to the plate and making a difference, letting people know, the young girls know that, listen, I'm a footballer, but I can do referee also. So
Match
it's really important.
commissioners.
Or we have Marcella, who is
right.
Yes.
Match commissioners go around different places. I was speaking to my counterpart in St. Thomas, Carol. I forget her last name. She's the match. She does the competitions directly in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So I was telling her about it. She said, "I come into Tortola." But then she realized she have to go to St. Lucia to do something. So there are opportunities. There was a women's referee here from St. Kitts who has just become a FIFA referee. She is on the FIFA list. So what is going to happen? There are women's tournaments around the place. She is going to be one of the officials.
She's the one that came when Haiti played.
No. This was just. She was there in December.
Okay.
She was there for about a week or 2 weeks. She referees several games, but she is getting that opportunity, and it starts from being a little girl in the festival, playing, taking an interest in these other areas.
Awesome.
And that is what I want to expose women to.
Okay. So quickly just remind the persons the dates when we're having
February 11th, Virgin Garden, 9:30 to 3. Tortola, February 25th, 9 to 3. Women, we want you.
And according to Gloria, we there.
We there.
We're here.
We are here. All right, awesome to hear this. We wish you every success in this endeavor. Thank you for being the guy that loves a woman on his arm. And I know that young women or women of all ages are going to take advantage of this opportunity.
But before we go, you see, I recognize my media influence, and I can reach a lot of women. I understand that people want to be seen on Facebook and in little videos and stuff. So I'm doing what it takes. And I do every Saturday if there's nothing. I missed the week before because I was at the club's workshop. But I show up, I take pictures, I do little videos.
We see you all the time, Dean. Always, everywhere.
No, this ain't everywhere. This is promoting women. Okay?
Got you.
The guys I'm going to say you don't do nothing for men's football. I focus in on women's development. As I said, the vision is to see a women's program run by women.
Awesome. So we know that we've got at least one man by our side. So women, let's go out, do it. Gloria, thank you so much for the initiative and moving with it. And we hope that you make every advantage of this opportunity. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.